morning, everyone. My name is Sarah James. I am from jessiejamesbeads.com, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys this morning. We are making jewelry. I am thrilled to be able to demonstrate and go over a really quick and easy technique on how to knot a stretch bracelet. Stretch bracelets are for me anyway, stretch bracelets are the universal jewelry that goes with everything. It is a fast and furious way to accessorize your look. And if you're like me and you like to be able to dress up your outfit with a coordinating piece of jewelry, or maybe one that mismatches a little bit, a stretch bracelet is a really quick and easy way to go. What's awesome about it is all you need is a string of beads from Jessie James, elasticity from Beadalon, and a couple quick tricks on how to knot the cord so that it doesn't come apart. We at Jessie James Beads sell these bead strands. People ask us all the time, what do you do with them? My answer is stretch bracelets. And their reply to me often is, well, how do you knot the knot so that it doesn't come undone? There's a couple tricks out there. A lot of people do a surgeon's knot. I have a different one that works really well for me personally. I am a beginner jewelry maker. I don't claim to be any sort of expert whatsoever, but I do love fashion and I like to accessorize. So that is where the stretch bracelet really comes in handy. And I think that you guys are going to enjoy it as well. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I have some really cool beads to share with you, and we are going to learn how to knot this gosh dang knot so that it doesn't come apart. Thanks guys for joining so much. Hi everyone. Hi Angie. Hi Meredith. Hi Fern. Oh yay. Thanks guys for joining. Let's turn the camera around and look at some beads and make some stretch bracelets. Okay. All right. So here is my little workstation that I have. As you can see, I have all the essentials for stretch bracelet making, and that would be Jessie James strand, Hello New Beautifulness, Beadalon elasticity. I've got some cutters over there and some extra tools just in case, jump rings and what have you, 2 flat nose pliers, just in case we wanted to add on a tassel or something at the end. So, Beadalon says that they love using Jessie James beads for their stretch bracelet. Amen, Beadalon. So let's just start there. There are a couple steps to making the stretch bracelet. One is choosing your beads. Next is getting the elasticity prepared. So what I have chosen for us is elasticity 1 millimeter diameter. What's great about the 1 millimeter is that it is thin enough to be able to fit through most Jessie James beads, and it is strong enough that it's not going to break when you are ripping your beads on and off of your wrist, like I know I sure do when I'm going in and out of the house. So Beadalon elasticity, amazing. Next, we need to choose which strand we want to work with. So I pulled out all of these ones last night. They're brand new for us. We've got some really beautiful designs. And like I was saying, what's cool about Jessie James beads and the Beadalon elasticity is that you can just get a strand of beads that you want to work with. You can string it in this exact same pattern, tie it up and make it ready for your wrist, and then you're ready to go out the door with a beautiful piece of jewelry that stacks so nice with your other bracelets that you already have in your stash. That's what makes these beads so special, is that it really gives the wrist a unique amount of texture that it didn't have beforehand. So this is a beautiful string of beads. I love it. This one is the one I thought we were going to work with today. But then I remembered that I had this one in my bag, and this is from the new Jessie James All Hallows Eve collection. This is our Baba Yaga strand. Baba Yaga is an old folklore witch that used to come around during Halloween time. So I choose this strand to work with because it's right fit for the season, and if you guys like it too, I think there's only 16 or so of it left at the shop. Plus it matches my really awesome tassels that are back there. Okay, so let's get to making this jewelry. I'm gonna slide these beads out of the way so we have some space to work with. All right, step number 1, I'm going to take my strand and my Beadalon wire cutters. I'm gonna snip the end of the strand off right here. and then slowly pull the wire off of the beads. If I do it nice and slow, the beads are going to stay right in their same formation, and I want to string it just the way that it looked on the strand, so that's good for me. Step number 2, we're going to take our elasticity and pull off about, the strand is 7 inches in length. I'm going to give myself probably a good 10 to work with, but I'm not going to cut it just yet. I'm going to take this little crescent moon plastic piece that came with the beads, slip it back onto the spool, and now I'm ready to rock. Very, very important step right here is to pre-stretch your cord. So all of the cord that I just pulled off of the spool, I'm going to give it a little tug. This is because we're about to string beads onto it. We're about to be wearing it on our wrist. I'm going to get this cord ripe and ready. It's about to get stretched. All right, so now we are ready to begin. I'm going to start at this end and just string along my beads. So, guys, as I was mentioning before, this is my very first time making jewelry on a Facebook Live. Aside from working with Beadalon, Meredith, Roddy, and I have made some jewelry together on the Beadalon channel. We just talked earlier this morning, we'll have some more live jewelry making with Jesse James Beads and Beadalon coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm just going to take my time and string the beads onto this strand. Now there are some tiny beads, but like I said, that 1 millimeter diameter elasticity fits through most Jesse James beads, so don't get frustrated if a bead is giving you a little bit of trouble. Take your time and just enjoy the process. You know, we talk a lot in tutorials about how to make jewelry and how to tie the knot and how to do a simple loop and all of that. But we don't talk too much about why we make jewelry. And I think that that's really important because, I mean, the how is easy. Like once you get the how down, you know, you can make jewelry until the cows come home. But what's really cool is the why. Why do we make jewelry? And everyone's reason for making it is different because we all have different needs that we need to satisfy. Me, I like to make jewelry because I really enjoy fashion. I like to make something that's going to go with my outfit, and I like accessorizing. But come around the holiday season, maybe the reason to make jewelry is because we're making gifts for the people that we love. Stretch bracelets are really good. Stretch bracelets are really good for that because they are quick and easy. Oops, see what I was saying about not losing patience. Stringing up that teeny bead. Yeah, stretch bracelets are quick and easy. You can tie a little ribbon around them. They're cost effective. And it's a really sweet thing that you can give someone just to say, hey, I was thinking about you. I took some time out of my day to string this in a color that I thought you would like. It's very personal, you know what I'm saying? So that's, yeah, you know, just got the holidays coming up. Something to keep in mind. So guys, thanks so much for joining me this morning. And I want to, while we're talking about how to string a stretch bracelet and why to string a stretch bracelet, why don't you guys let me know, why is it that you like to make jewelry? What is it that gets you excited about making something? Is it that you like to make a gift for someone? Is it just therapeutic to do in your free time? A good way to unwind from your day? Let us know why you like to make jewelry, and we'll pick a winner at the end. We'll pick a winner tomorrow morning, and whoever wins can choose one of these 4 strands that I've got back here. And a spool of elasticity. We'll throw that in as well because we love you, and we love Beadalon, and we love Jesse James Beads. All right, almost at the end here. Getting there. I love stringing the big ones because they're really easy and they just slip right on. It's the small ones that make me nervous while I'm here talking to you guys on Facebook and I don't want to fudge them up. Okay, what comes next, y'all? This one. Okay, got a little black one. So like I said, I'm stringing this exactly as it comes on the string. Where are you at, little hole? See, I told you those little ones make me nervous. I'm stringing this one exactly as it comes on the string, but you don't have to do that. You could take maybe just the middle section of it and use that as a bracelet, and then have the ends for earrings. There's a lot of different possibilities. I always say that the strands are really good for bracelet making and earring making because they're symmetrical. So it gives you an idea of like how you could put an earring together if you take the strand apart in different sections. You know, like that could be an earring, or this part could be an earring. Or you can just string it all up as a bracelet, or break it apart and just do whatever you want with it. Okay, cool. So now I've got my 7 inches of beads strung. I'm going to give it another gentle tug right here. And what I want to tell you about the Jesse James strands and stretch bracelets is oftentimes I feel that it helps to add an extra bead at the end so that you have the 7 inches of string, 7 inches of beads strung, and then also 1 additional bead just to give it a little bit extra momentum when it goes around. Okay, so this is the Baba Yaga bead strand from the Jesse James All Hallows Eve collection. I also have the bead mix. So what I'm gonna do is just pick out a bead from here that I think will go. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be hard to choose. I kind of like this big old flower. Let's see, that's kind of fun. The skull is too much for me because we have 2 skulls in here already. I don't know if you guys saw them, they're crystal. Yeah, I think I'll go with this flower. That looks good. So what we'll do now is we're going to string this and then we're going to get to doing the tying. One last bead. It looks like he could almost use a poke. Sometimes you'll find with your beads that they need a little extra poke through. Sometimes that happens with stone beads. This is an acrylic one and the acrylic is closed up on the end. So I'm just going to take a head pin and stick it through the one side and just twist it around a little bit. If you have a bead reamer, yeah, that bead reamer will do the trick, no problem. I do not, so I will use this head pin. All right, ready to go. Should be good. Oh yeah, it is. Great success. Okay, so now I'm ready to tie my knot. First, we will cut the string at the end. And what I'm going to say about that is make sure you give yourself enough because it's easier to tie the knot when you have extra string. It's harder to tie it when there's only a short little tail. The Beadalon elasticity is very affordable, which is awesome. Thank you, Beadalon. So I don't mind wasting a little bit to make sure that the knot tying process doesn't drive me bonkers. All right, so here comes the trick. What we're going to do is a double square knot. Some places will recommend a surgeon's knot. That's difficult for me. I prefer a square knot. Tie it twice, add a dab of glue. A square knot goes like this. We are gonna go. We've got our left string and our right string. So, left over right, swoop it around, overhand, pull it tight. Then, right over left, swoop it around, pull it tight. One more time. Left over right, swoop the left over the right, pull it tight. Right over left, swoop it around, pull it tight. Okay, so now we have a nice sturdy knot. You could even do it 3 times if you want extra security. I have a big bead back there, so I don't mind having a little extra knot. There, and right over left. We're gonna pull it tight. Yay! So, another thing to make sure when you're doing this, make sure that your hands are nice and dry because when you have that extra slick to your fingers, it makes tying the knot a little bit difficult. On this Facebook Live, you know, just want to make sure that we're nice and dry and ready to knot. So looks like the knot is there, nice and secure in place. Final step will be to add a little glue. So let me just get my glue pad here. You plus me equals glitter. I don't know what that means, but I got it at Target and I kind of like it. Well, Valentine's fine from the dollar bin at the Target store. Nothing wrong with that. So I am doing a little dab of E6000 right here on my napkin. You can use any glue. Any glue will do. Just a little sticky something to dab onto that knot. And I take my head pin again, dip it into this glue. Try to just get it around so it's not like too messy. You don't want it to get all over your beads. And then next, just separate the knot here with your finger and your thumb. Get that glue on in there. My glue is a little dry. That E6000 is probably 4 years old. So maybe a fresh tube of E6000 will work better for you. But we'll put a little bit of glue there. But honestly, I tie stretch bracelets using this method all the time, and I don't even use the glue. Like when I was tying stretch bracelets this summer on the beach with my family, we didn't have any glue down there. Glue and sand isn't the best combination, so we left the glue at home. So we tied up stretch bracelets and we didn't use the glue, and this knot, this double square knot, really stuck on great. So because I did use glue, what I'm gonna do is just leave my tails of the string of the bracelet there to, I'm gonna leave the tails there until the glue dries. And once the glue dries, I'll snip it off. But you can see here, I made a beautiful addition to my stack. Wow, I kind of like it. The blue and the like wine colored red. Oh, that's just so gorgeous. I love it. Oh my gosh. Thanks guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate this. We are really, so, you know, the stretch bracelet can look a little wonky when it's just laying there like this. That's what I was saying. If you give it as a gift, maybe you want to put it around something or tie a little bit of ribbon just so there's a little bit of some other sort of physical matter that's going to show the person when they put it on that it will fit to their wrist and look really, really beautiful and pretty. So we could stop there, and we will for now, but I just want to share with you also that if you wanted to take this thing to the next level, you could add a tassel. You could add, maybe you get your bead mix out again and add another tassel. Or maybe you get really excited with it and you take one of the druzy components from the bead mix, add another tassel still, and then you have a really, really cool looking swingy bracelet. So I think what I'm going to do is get off camera. I'm going to loop these things all together with some jump rings, and I'll share a picture of the finished product and how it ended up looking once the other extra pieces are attached. See, there we go. That makes for a nice display. All right, cool. Beadalon says more tassels, always more tassels. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. It has been an absolute thrill to spend a few minutes of your day with you. My name is Sarah James from jessiejamesbeads.com. Right now we do have a free bead mix special that's going on the website, and I will post a link here so that you can see it. If you go on to jessiejamesbeads.com and click what's new, you'll find out more about that. You'll also see this bead strand that we just worked with today, Baba Yaga from the All Hallows Eve collection. Limited edition Halloween strands from Jessie James Beads, as well as our really cool dip dye tassels and a bunch of other really, really fun stuff that was released this past week. So thank you very, very much. I'm so glad that you guys showed up today. It really warms my heart. And I hope that you enjoyed learning how to knot a stretch bracelet. Stretch bracelets for everyone. Your mom gets one, the post lady gets one, your hairdresser, your sister. Maybe you need to make yourself 10 new ones. I think I do. So on that note, have a great day. Thank you. Bye, everyone.